Hello everybody! Welcome to Agashi Review, where I review movies, dramas that you don't want to waste your time watching. I'll give you synopsis, shorts review along with my thoughts and opinions, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Now let's go into the review. Everybody, Agashi here today. So there's just so much dramas out there left and right and so much more coming out, and it's just like, to me, I'm not catching up and my reviews are not getting there on time because there's just so much going on. Like literally, like for this drama that I'm going to be reviewing with you guys today, it's called Villa E's Mr. Ling, and it's been out for like 13 episodes already, and it's gonna end at 24, and I'm always able to watch the first 8 episodes and I'm still like behind on it. It's so interesting, it's so good, but it's just like, oh my god, you know. So like going forward, it's just gonna be a review on my thoughts, like recap of it, and like literally what are my thoughts, and if you guys seen it or not, you know, go check it out. But yeah, for today's episode, for today's review, I'm reviewing the first 8 episodes with you guys. So as for our cast, Zhao Luxing playing Gu Anxing, and then Terry Lu playing Ling Yu or Xiaobai, and then Zhu Zhu Wei playing Gu Anxing, and then Qin Pei Xin playing Ling Xin. There's so many Xin right now. Daisy Lin playing Gu Xing'er, and then Liu Yingjun playing Xiao Yingsheng, and there's tons of other people. There's so many people in here. But as for the synopsis, a story of how the rabbit brings home a big bad wood follows a young woman named Gu Anxing who actually ends up bringing the hotshot executive Ling Yu to her house after he encounters an accident. Gu Anxing brings him. At first she thought he was stupid. After a few days of interaction, he proves that he's a genius. It turns out he got into an accident and he pretty much used her to hide out so that he can plan out to see who was trying to kill him or put him in this accident in the first place. And living together actually brings a relationship and a little bit spark between them. So recap on the first 8 episodes that I was able to watch. It starts off with we get to see how different Gu Anxing and Ling Yu is. Anxing is a very hardworking person. She tries to make ends meet. Lu Yun, oh my god, I can't get his name right. Ling Yu, he's the best at everything. He's the best out of his brothers, and he's a perfectionist, but he's adopted. And from the reviews and from looking at it and reading it, they don't explain why he's adopted. But anyways, he was on his way to meet someone, but the brake line of his car were cut off and his car swore fall into the sea. It's obvious that it was done by his older brother Li Feng, who does not like him because their father favors him the most. And then as his car falls into the sea, these 2 guys are actually who works for his older brother, tells him that he's dead, but they gotta get the body to confirm. Nightfall hits and it's raining. Anxing rides her motorcycle home and she hits Liu Yun, who's crawling out of the sea, and she ends up bringing her into the hospital thinking it's her fault for his injury. And like, you know, the nurse pushes her and by accident and she kills him, and he's like, oh, I didn't mean it, and she like backslap him. And like the doctor said that he probably don't remember because of external force, and she was like, oh my god, did I do that? It's my fault. So she kind of feels as if it's her fault too, you know, for causing him like this, and she can't afford to pay for his hospital bills to stay there or take him to like a 5-star hotel. She offers to take care of him until she pays off the damages and the debt that she's done to him or owes to him. He has a broken leg and he lost his memory. He doesn't know his name anymore. After paying all the medical bills, she only has like 888 yuan left in her bank. So considering number 8 is lucky, she calls him Xiaobai for number 8. And then what Anxing doesn't know is he actually still has his memory, but he has to find solid evidence why his older brother wants him dead, so he can't go back. His secretary already knows that he's alive and secretly digging to find out the whole truth while he's hiding. And so he continues to live with Anxing, and he causes tons of trouble, and he's so high maintenance, and he's just like so used to living the rich life and having everything, and life is simple for him. And living with Anxing is so different. Her house is small, she eats noodles, vegetable and rice only, and she has a very difficult job just trying to make ends meet for the 2 of them. As they continue to live together, he slowly starts to like her and starts to bond with her, and like he has like a trauma as a kid, and she helped him, and it just like sparked that for him, and you could tell he fell in love first. But what is it? I think she what is it? She wants to become like a webtoon artist and stuff like that, so she draws, but it's not popular. And so being with him, she starts to, you know, like draw stuff that happens between them into the webtoon, and it got popular. And so she calls it "Please Feel at Ease, Your Highness." That's how we get our title of the drama. But moving on, Ling living with Ashing, he starts to, you know, he sees a picture of her mother, and he wants to, it makes him wonder like who Ashing is, because according to his knowledge of knowing, his father gave 5% of the company to his father's lover, which the lawyer showed a picture of Ashing's mother, and when she died, the 5% is supposed to go to the daughter, which is supposed to be Ashing, but they haven't found the daughter yet. So Eunyu took Ashing's toothbrush to do a DNA test. It tests if it matches his dad, and it didn't. So it brings us to us now, who is Ashing? Like, who is her? Because apparently she meets Gu Xinger, who is supposed to be her sister because she's a part of the Gu family. But people around her treats her really bad because they call her the mistress daughter. And Gu Anxing is actually also an adopted son to the Gu family, and he loves Anxing dearly, unlike every other family. So it's like a whole mess of the Gu family trying to figure out who Anxing's parents is. And then also with that, they start to fall in love with each other, but it's time for Ling Yu to go back because his father is about to give up the company to his older brother. He has to go back to his old life and missing out Xing and worrying about her. And once she learns about who he is and who he really is, she takes a step back and pushes him away as she's not worthy for him. And basically she doesn't want anything to do with that because of how the Gu family treats them. They're rich and she's not, you know. And so he does whatever it takes to win her back and protects her from his older brother, because now things are starting to complicate, and realizing that 5% goes to her. But that's like the first 8 of it. But I'm like reading into it, she actually is the real daughter to the Gu family. She is her dad's the Gu family's like mistress daughter. But the mom swap out DNA test so that Ashing is actually not, it looks like Ashing is not her daughter, his daughter, but part of the Gu family, you know. So they're like, you know, it's like a whole freaking mess. And from the looks of it, they killed her mom too, so she's just like really upset. She doesn't want to be a part of them. So it's a lot of mess going on. But like, you know, Liu, he understands because he's adopted, but they never explain it's just by chance that he got adopted. So tons of things going on, but it's a very hilarious drama, and it's really good. And all the dramas and everything starts to happen after episode 8. So the first 8 is just really hilarious, just of them and Ajishi were watching it. Ajishi just laughing at some of the parts and stuff like that. So as it goes, the other remaining episode all the way to the 24th, it's actually going to be a lot of dramas, and hopefully a lot of things open up. But I have not seen it. I've just been seeing clips in here and there. So we'll see how it turns out. It's all a family mess, and it's like, okay, what's going on? Okay, he's adopted, but what is her story, and why is it that his dad is going to give 5% to her mom? Makes no sense, you know. So it's like, oh my god, what's going on? So there's tons of things going on. But that's it for today's review on Please Feel at Ease, Mr. Ling. And that's it. I will see you guys in the next drama review.